Hi guys, so in this video I'm just going to go through my Foamcore insert for Shadows of Brimstone. Now it does run 3 boxes, so you might want to wait until Caverns of Cinder come out in order to be able to do this, but I'm quite happy with it. I think that this is quite cool. Effectively we have a map box and an odds and sods box, then we have a minis box with tokens, and then we have a card box, essentially. And I'd like to think there's room for expansions in this, but maybe I'm being naive. So in terms of the map box, 3 levels. These are about 3 centimeters deep. Okay, and I've basically broken it down into the Targa Plateau, then the Caverns of Cinder, and then the Swamps of Jargono. On the top we have passages and corner pieces, and it just makes everything much faster, especially if you've played it like a nerd like I have and you know which side of the map is oh, that's a Targa map, as it were. I've just randomly popped these in. These are actually more useful than I thought they would be. I have got a poker set, but I don't use that anymore because of the numbers and the size of these. So you've got your end pieces and your gates. As you can see, there's enough room for at least another world's worth of gates in here, and tons of room in there for more end pieces. And you've got your lava maps there. Then at the bottom you have your Swamps of Jargono maps, and then this is just sort of odds and sods that I've got over the over the months of owning this. So random things that I don't really ever use, some Caverns of Cinder stuff that I doubt I will ever really use. So that goes in there. Some other bits. The Hellfire markers I probably will use, but all of these orange things, I don't think they're very likely to come up. Okay, yeah, the Caverns of Cinder random stuff. I think Flying Frog just like to put out loads of random crap, like extras, because they've got space. These are kind of cool. I can't remember who made them, but they're mini cards with all of the upgrades on them. So Warrior 1, Tribal 1, Stealth 1, Stealth 2. So I like these. I've got those for all of the characters except for the Huckster. So they're kind of cool. I've been very lazy. I've just used other people's stuff rather than doing it myself. So a whole mess of those. And that is box 1. So it is quite full, I'm not going to lie. We are probably going to run out of space with the next box. To be honest, I don't really mind making it a bit bigger, as it were. Oh, there we go. And just popping it, and just having a ever increasing height of box. As you can see, they do go back in a specific way. But that is box 1. And yeah, I mean, you could have another layer. If you shut this box, it's got about an inch at the bottom off without being able to shut. So there's room for you to build another layer in there. It's just going to be a harder box to shut. So that is my Shadows of Brimstone box 1. I haven't done the measurements, but you can see from them that they're all kind of clear to measure. So here you've got your enemy stuff and your hero cards. You've got sort of adventure tokens, Darkstone, burning markers, corruption and poison, because I couldn't quite split them, priest stuff, dead man shop stuff, gunslinger stuff, grit, wounds and sanity, and then you've got all of the different tokens broken down into the various bits, and a dice box. And these can just come out. They're pretty helpful. If I was doing it again, I might split the wound box and this box, but again, you can just stack them up whilst you're playing, and it's not a big deal. And then this is probably the laziest I got, as I've done a lot at this point. But it's basically a little divider for all of the minis. There is a chance they will break in here, but I'd like to think that they won't. And I haven't particularly gone to town on it. As you can see, I sort of stopped there because there's going to be loads more minis coming. And I think you might want to be putting extra inserts in underneath, or I don't know. I mean, you could probably sort of scooch these up. Oops. You can pop him on top, and then you've got another space for more minis there. But these are very light plastic, and as long as they've been sprayed well with varnish, I've certainly not had any chips or breakages, even on the fragile stuff like the stranglers, limbs or anything. And I have not necessarily looked after them so well, so I think that they're fine. Again, it's a bit of a squeeze. This box is just over the edge as well, because of the damn tentacles, they're so high up. So you can see there's a small lip there. And then finally the Caverns of Cinderbox, which fits a 4x4 grid of cards really well if you have skills. And alas, my Foamcore foo was not strong. So in here we have all of the sort of A4 bits and bobs. Probably should do another insert for that, just can't really face it at the moment. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I just was out by about 1 millimetre there, so instead we've got 1, 2 and 3. Now at the moment I've stacked these up and separated them out just so I can use all of the things. In reality I probably will do that as we break down, but the real sort of issue would be actually as time goes by I'm probably going to drop the fan made stuff, so the cards for mutation and injury and stuff, and just sub out that for things like Tradara and so on. So that's the first layer, and then the second layer, you can see it, I actually managed to fit it all in there. This is what it was supposed to look like in that first one. So yeah, just a snazzy little box, keeps everything nice and straightforward. I wouldn't play from it, I would use sort of dividers of some sort, but a very easy way to store everything, and it makes pack up and set up much faster. So hopefully that was interesting to you.